It's getting really frustrating now. Injuries after injuries to the Padres pitching staff. Joe Musgrove with the toe, breaking his toe. Craig Stammen's probably done. And now Adrián Morejón exits the game yesterday with some left elbow discomfort where he throws, and he might be done for the year. This is not good, so let's talk about it. Let's just get this out of the way. The Padres pitching depth is not looking good because of all these injuries. We said it earlier in the year when we were looking for those new starting pitchers. Obviously, we got Michael Wacha, we got Seth Lugo. We re-signed Nick Martinez after he opted out. We did make a lot of moves, and we made the pitching staff look a lot better. And it was really looking to line up nicely with, Darvish on the opening day start, maybe then Musgrove, Snell, and so on and so forth. But now, Musgrove's out with the toe injury. Craig Stammen, yeah, he didn't have a great year last year in 2022, but overall, he's had a very solid Padres tenure as the bullpen piece, and he's been really good. Let's be honest. Yeah, he's going to be 39. This is his 39-year-old season, but Stammen is probably done himself. But now Adrián Morejón, the guy who I said I think will break out for the Padres in a big way, long relief and starting some games, maybe piggybacking some games. He came out of the game yesterday with an apparent elbow injury, and it did not look good. And unfortunately, it looked all too familiar for him. He has torn his UCL in the past, and that might have been a UCL tear. And if that's the case, we will not be seeing Adrián Morejón this year, and that's just not good. We need all the depth we can get. I cannot stress this enough, guys. Pitching is one of those positions and one of those places where you need all the depth you can have. You can never have too much pitching, whether it be starting pitching or relief. We always need arms to rely on. And Morejón, I think, was set up for a very good breakout year. And let me just say this right now. We don't know what the injury is yet. Maybe it was just cautionary and it was just a little sore. I don't know. But it could be bad. And I think Morejón will be a big piece for the Padres this year. Think about it like this. I think that Morejón's going to be kind of like the Nick Martinez of last year for this year. Have some starts, give some long relief, piggyback some guys. Just be consistent and eat innings and have a good year overall. Nick Martinez had a 3.47 ERA last year. Imagine if Morejón could do the same in the same similar role. But now that is all in jeopardy because he is injured. And we all just need to watch out for injuries. That's why it always scares me with the World Baseball Classic. I'm happy these guys are having fun, but I obviously want Juan Soto, take it easy because of that left calf. You don't want to stretch it out too much. Obviously, he missed going to the World Baseball Classic a little bit earlier like everybody else did. He did not miss their first game, but he did go later because he needed to get his calf treated. Hopefully that can be okay and that he can get through this Classic and all the Padres can stay healthy in this World Baseball Classic. But this is just not good news, having all these guys getting injured. First Musgrove, dropping a weight on his foot. And then we got Craig Stammen with the shoulder thing. He's probably done, unfortunately. And Stammen really admitted that, he doesn't think he can come back, but he's going to try to. And I love the enthusiasm. I love the fight. And I love his desire to come back. But I just don't see it happening. At his age, it's just going to be such a long road to recovery. He might need surgery. Who knows? But the thing is, Adrián Morejón was going to be a big piece for the Padres, and I don't know if he's okay. And if it is UCL tear, that means Tommy John, and that means that's a closed book for this season and probably a little bit of the next year because it would be his second tear. If you guys don't remember, in 2020 against the Rangers, Adrián Morejón exited the games, and he actually ended up tearing his UCL, had to go get that Tommy John surgery. I don't think Morejón's ever pitched more than 65 innings. I could be wrong in that, but I know it's less than 70 total. He just has trouble staying healthy, and the problem with this is that he is such a good pitcher. He has a super high ceiling. We signed him as an international prospect with a huge signing bonus. He has a lot of potential. We've seen some flashes of greatness in him. When he came and made his 2022 season debut against the New York Mets, he was electric. He did have some struggles last year overall with a couple bad innings, but overall, it looked like his stuff was good. He was limiting base runners, he was striking guys out. But overall, he did look good in a lot of areas in 2022. I know the numbers weren't amazing. I know they don't pop off the page and, light up your eyes when you see them. But he was, limiting base runners. He was striking guys out. He was throwing really hard. Obviously, when you return from Tommy John, sometimes you throw a little harder. And he was one of those people. But a second Tommy John, that's just a nightmare. That is just a recipe for disaster. You look at guys like Mike Clevenger. Look how his career's turned out. The Padres made a big trade for Clevenger. We gave up a lot of pieces. We gave up Gabriel Arias. We gave up Josh Naylor. We gave up Austin Hedges, which I'm not complaining about. But you guys get the gist. We also gave up Cal Quantrill. And that trade just did not work out. Clevenger barely pitched in 2020, but, got injured. Then he tried to start one of the playoff games, and that's when he retore his UCL. And then 2021, he doesn't pitch. 2022 comes back, and he's just not good. He's throwing like 91. I'm worried about Morejón, to be honest with you guys, because if he's not healthy and if it's another UCL tear, that's not going to be good because, the longevity of his career is in stake. And, his career in general is in stake. This was the year I think that he was going to break out. And I think the year that he could prove himself. I think it's a similar case for Campusano. He's been struggling. He really hasn't been playing a lot in the bigs. Campusano hasn't even had like a full season. He's still a rookie technically, and he's already played since 2020. He's played in a couple games each year, 2020, 21, 22. And then 2023, this is the year for Campusano, I think, to prove himself if he's got it. But I don't know how much longer the Padres want to hold on to a guy like Morejón who keeps seeming to get injured. I'm not so sure. It's just very worrisome for the Padres and their pitching depth as a whole. Because I said it earlier, what if one of the big three, if Darvish, Snell, and Musgrove got injured? They did. Musgrove is down. I do not know when he will be returning. I don't think it'll be too bad. Maybe he'll miss like a couple starts in the beginning of the season. But, it's just never good to have pitching injured. That's why we need all the depth we can have. And having Morejón out is not good at all because he was a good inning eater. He would be able to start some games. He would be able to at least piggyback some games. And again, I'm not so sure what the injury is. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm not. But let me know what you guys think. Are you guys worried about this or are you not really? Do you think that our depth is okay or do you think it's going to be really bad now? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're yet to do so. Give the video a like and turn on that post notification bell. If you guys like Padres baseball and baseball in general, this is the place to be. But for now, that's it for me. Stay safe, everybody. Thank you guys for watching this video. And I'll see you in the next one.
Yo, now trick what Mace who? They ain't what Mace do. Got a lot of girls that'll love to replace you. Tell it to your face.